Hello my dear students, welcome back to class. So today we are here with the continuation of our chapter urbanization. So as I told you, what is urbanization? Urbanization is the movement of the people from rural to urban, okay, or any place if it is changing itself from rural to urban, like from village to city, it's called urbanization. Now we have discussed many things in that content, and today we are going to know about the factors that are affecting the urbanization, that are responsible for the urbanization. So before dealing with the major factors, let me tell you about there are some factors which are pushing or pulling the population of human being, okay, population of human being from village to city, okay, from village to city areas. So what are they? So there are two main factors, that are pull factor and push factor. Pull factor means pull towards the city, pull towards the cities, okay, cities, and push means push from the village towards the city, okay, from the village towards the city. So what are pull factors? Cities give a good employment opportunities, okay, because it has many industries, companies, so it is giving good employment opportunity. Cities give better standard of life, okay, it gives better standard of life, like housing facilities in city areas are very good, okay, and the standard of life is very good, so that's why it is attracting peoples towards it. Next, improve housing and sanitation facilities. So same thing, whatever the different type of houses, okay, they are living in with very sophisticated and arranged houses, okay, with good sanitation facilities, like they have water supply, okay, and the drains, the drain excavation, everything is facilities are available in city, so that is attracting human beings. Next is availability of school and hospital, etc. So availability of schools, hospital, fire station, these are the facilities which people wants, okay, to live a better standard life. Now push factor, what are the factors that pushes human beings from village towards the city, from village towards the city? So they are push factor. Lack of employment in village, there are lack of employment, there is no industries, okay, no companies, so lack of employment, so people want to earn more, so they are moving from village towards the city. Next is poor quality of life, okay, poor quality of life means the village peoples are very much energetic and they work a lot, but in return they are not getting the sufficient amount of money, okay, they are unable to earn that much how much they are working, okay, so their poor quality of life they are living, so that's why they force them to live towards the city, to move towards the city. Next is inferior housing facilities. Most of the village houses are not sophisticated with all the modern facilities, okay, they are made up of they are made up of mud, straws, okay, so people wants to live in a good house, brick house, so they move towards the city. Next is non-availability of school, hospitals. So village doesn't have these facilities, better good school, a good hospital, okay, so that's why people wants to live in city so that they can get these all facilities, okay. Now other than this, there are two main factors, okay, why the city's population is growing, or the why urbanization is growing day by day. So the two main factors are natural increase in population. As city areas have good facilities, good medical facilities, so definitely their birth rate will be increasing, so natural increase of population are there, so definitely the number of people in that city will be increasing, so urbanization will be more, okay. Now rural to urban migration. Now rural to urban migration, these are the push and pull factors, these are the factors which are making the peoples to move from village areas to city. Other than these, okay, the more factors, okay, the more factors what leads to urbanization are industrialization, okay, in big cities definitely different industries are being established, different companies are established, so that is encouraging or pulling the peoples, okay, towards it to get a better job opportunities, okay. Next is social factor and modernization. In city areas, people live with all the modern equipments and household things, okay, so in cities areas they live a modern standard life, okay, so this attracts the people to move towards the city and it leads to urbanization. Now employment opportunities, same way, if industrialization is there, so they will have lots of employment opportunity, okay, both in government and private sectors, okay. And gender and age is the another factor, like city is giving both the gender equal priority, like male and female, male and female both are getting equal priority. So there are job opportunity not only for the male persons, that but also for the females also are able to get different job opportunities. So it attracts, so that's why it leads to urbanization. And next one is age, because city, most of the young people, okay, most of the young people who wants to improve their life or who wants to improve their future, they are moving on to city to get higher education and to get better job. So the cities are full of young generation people, okay, so that's why they are it leads to increase in population of that area, so that leads to the urbanization. Now we will come to know about the impact of urbanization, okay. Urbanization have both the impact negative and positive, okay. So positive impact, that means the good results of urbanization, okay, urbanization's good results, and negative means the bad results of urbanization, okay. So we will first deal with, so urbanization, impact of urbanization, there are two. One is positive impact, another one is negative impact. What are the positive or good results? Are efficiency. It increases the efficiency of the people, okay. That means in village area the people are working like 8 to 10 hours, but they are earning very less money. But in city areas they are working just few hours and they are earning too much money. And it also increases the efficiency of the people, like with the modern, okay, with the modern equipments, okay, like computer, okay, printers, it helps the human being to increase its efficiency, okay, instead of the traditional way, okay. So it increases the efficiency of human being. Next is convenience, okay. Urbanization leads to the convenience of the people. It gives the convenience to the people, that for like transport facilities it gives, so that people are moving very easily from one place to another. But in village area what is happening there? Convenience of transport is not there, okay. Suppose if you want to travel from one place to another, you have to wait for a longer time, okay, to get the transport facility. But in cities it is available 24 hours, okay. Next is concentration of resources. Most of the cities, ancient cities are, listen here, what is concentration of resources? Most of the ancient cities were settled down near to the resources, okay, near to the natural resources. So wherever the cities are being wherever the cities are there, so they are around them, they have lots of natural resources, okay. Now social integration. So in a city people migrate from different place, from different caste, different culture, different religion, okay. In a city people migrate from different place, from different caste, different culture, different religion, and they all live together in peace and harmony. So it leads to the social integration, okay. Next is economic development, and the most important, that whenever there is urbanization, the economic development of the country is more. The more the urbanization, more the economic development. Now let's talk about the negative impact, okay. The bad things for the urbanization. Negative impact, what is that? Unemployment. Again, it is giving the place for employment, but it also leads to unemployment, because the number of population, if it's increase in a city, okay, so definitely there will be lack of job opportunity, okay. So it leads to unemployment. Next is growth of slums. Cities, most of the cities are surrounded by slums, because cities not only attract the educated people, but also the uneducated people, okay. The cities also attract the low standard people who are moving toward the city to get better job opportunities or to earn money. So what they are doing, they are capturing some lands, okay, they are capturing unlegal lands, and they are developing slums. They are making their huts, okay, over there, and it leads to slums, because they don't have proper sanitation facilities in that area. So it leads to slums. City urbanization leads to slums. Next is land insecurity, because the slums, okay, because the slums have captured the illegal lands, so there is insecurity of land, okay. Now poor and unhygienic, again because of the development of the slums and the overcrowded population, the city is becoming unhygiene, okay. The city is becoming unhygiene. Now crime, it also leads to the crime, because it is full of different kind of peoples, okay, full of different kind of people, maybe good peoples or maybe there are many bad peoples. It attracts, so because of that it leads to the crime, okay. Is that clear? Now we will move on to the another factors which are another impact which are related to the our environment. So impact on natural environment we will understand with these 4 points. Okay, out of that, number one is increase in temperature. Okay, as cities are full of different buildings, industries and transport, okay, full of transportation, whether it is road transport, railways or airways. So what it does, it increases the temperature. How? When these things are present too much on a land, okay, or like different buildings or industries, generally they are releasing heat. And number two thing, it is doing more and more insolation. Okay, that means the sun's rays, they are absorbing more, so definitely the heat will be increasing of that area. Okay, there will be increase in heat of that area. So it, like that, it increases the temperature of that area. Next is pollution. So definitely a huge number of people are living in a city, and definitely they are creating lot of waste. Okay, and waste leads to pollution. So how they were household waste, from the household they are generating different waste, from industrial waste, okay, from the vehicles pollution, vehicle smoke. Okay, so they leads to pollution. Next is change in water cycle. Now what is changing? As the different chemical is being released from the different industries, okay, they are affecting the water cycle. Okay, the water is totally diluted that time. Okay, they are totally mixed with different particles. So it will leads to the evaporation, change in evaporation, and that leads to the change in water cycle. Next is damage to flora and fauna. What is flora and fauna? The inhabitant of plant and animals. Okay, so because of the different chemical waste they are releasing through the water channels or on the landfills, okay, what they are doing, they are disturbing the natural inhabitants of that area, whether it is flora or fauna, that is plant or animals. So this way they are creating, okay, bad impact to the environment. Is that clear? So that's all for today's class. Hope you understood well. Thank you very much, student.